What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Pedal Down 4x4. And we're doing links today. Okay, so from last video, I said I would get the axle under the truck, and that's exactly what I did. So I have the axle set under the Tacoma right now, and then the skid plate is just tacked on for now. I did put a couple little welds on it just to hold it, but I have the jack there just in case. I have the axle sitting right where I think I want it, and then I went ahead and I tack welded on the Panhard mount on the frame. So you can see right there, it's lined up pretty well. It's gonna miss the diff. And yeah, so as of right now, we need to cut up some links. So these are the links, the DOM tubing that Trail Gear will send you. You have two of the same size and one slightly longer. The one that's longer is for the upper bar. It's going to be the upper link, and then the two will be the lower link. Hence, it's a 3-link. So these are not just you slide them in and you install them. You do have to cut these. You have to do some measuring on your whatever your setup is, because your setup might be different depending on wheelbase and what you want to do. If you want to stick the axle out further front to get a longer wheelbase, but so what you do is you measure from that eyelet to this eyelet, and I think mine was like 30 or 40 something. I think it was. That's how long it is. After that, you're gonna go ahead and you're gonna take I don't know what just happened to the screen, but you're gonna measure from here to the eyelet. So that distance from right here to this eyelet, you can see I wrote 4 inches. I made them all the same, so everyone is 4 inches each bung. So now you have 8 inches total, so 4 on this side, 4 on that side. You're gonna subtract that measurement from the measurement that you got from that eyelet to that eyelet. You subtract that, and then you're gonna get your cut. So the cuts I got was 35 inches for the lower links, and the upper link, did I write it? I did not write it. So I guess actually I think I wrote it on the box, and I threw the box away. So I forget. I have to remeasure the upper link now. But yeah, so we're gonna cut these guys down to 35 inches each, and we're gonna remeasure this. I did do the cut mark, so I know where I was gonna cut, so I'm gonna just measure this and I'll let you guys know. I want to say it's like 38 inches or something like that. So I do have an abrasion saw. It's not the best thing in the world. It's right over here. So that's the saw that I'm going to use to cut the links. It's extremely loud, makes a lot of mess, and it's definitely not preferred, but it's what I have, so it's what we're going to use. Then after that, we're going to go ahead and we're going to go down here. We have our Panhard bar link, and we have the hardware for that. I believe that's what this is, the rod links, so for the Panhard bar. And yeah, hopefully on this episode we can get the front axle on the links, and then we can cycle it and see if anything hits. Then after that, we're gonna have to build the front axle. So I don't think we have to fully build it. I think I'm gonna just throw the knuckles in, and that way I can put the steering linkage on and then flex the suspension, get everything good, or get everything where it doesn't hit, do any kind of adjustments. Also, when you do this for your links, you're going to want to leave a little bit of adjustment on these. If you pull this guy out, you can see there's a bunch of adjustment there. So if I have to make it a little bit longer, I can, and that's the plan, because if I make it like that, and let's say something, whatever hits like the oil pan, I can always lengthen the links a little bit and give myself a little bit of extra clearance. But if that doesn't work, then we're gonna have to get new links or relocate some mounts or whatever. So I'm not 100% sure on this Panhard bar location, but that's where I'm thinking we're gonna sit. So yeah, I'll get you guys set up, on the tripod or the chair, and I'll get the links in and I'll start cutting the links. Alright, so you guys have just seen the first link get cut, and you probably can tell why I hate this thing. It makes a bunch of basically grinding dust, and it cuts super slow. Granted, this is some pretty thick stuff. This is 250 wall, 0.250 wall, so it's pretty thick, but let's get our tape measure here. And then we're gonna go all the way to our link. So from that point right there to here, we should get 35. And yeah, so that's 35. I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna cut these other two links off camera. No sense you guys watching me cut two more links, but we'll get those cut off and then we'll get them tack welded in and we'll slide the links in. One more thing I got to do, I'll do it off camera, is that from the one video there's that little brake, that bracket that holds on your brake cable. I'm gonna cut that guy off. We don't need it. Well, we need it, but we can't really use it because it's in the way. So we're gonna pull that guy off and then get to mounting links, and we'll check everything else. Once the links are all done, then we can start mounting our Panhard bar and all the other stuff. So yeah, I'll see you guys in a bit. Let me cut these other two links. All right, so we got the links cut. This top link was 37 inches. The two bottoms are 35s. So they are cut to size. And now we're gonna just put some tack welds, one here, one here, one here, one here, just two tack welds on each link, and then we'll get the links into the Tacoma. So we'll line everything up, and then I'm gonna cut that bracket off camera, and then we'll get all this stuff linked up. This is what I mean. Just a couple tack welds. Man, there's a couple of tack welds on each link, both sides. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna tack up the other links and then we'll get them in the truck. All right, so I got the bracket cut off for the brakes, which I don't know even where I put it, but I can show you guys. That's the bracket that used to hold up the parking brake cable. That was right here. So we're gonna go ahead and mount these link mounts up here. I think I'm gonna try and mount the top link first, so let's see how that works. Oh my goodness. All right, man, that heim is super stiff. Okay, so got that guy in. All right, so we got that link in. Where's the nut at? Alright, so we got this first upper link in. Oh, sorry. You probably can hear me breathing like a Neanderthal. Alright, so got the bolt nut in. We're gonna mount this link right here. Okay, so that link is in there. Let's get a nut on it. Alright, so we got that link in. Alright, so let's get this link in. Okay, so we got that link on. Looks like we're gonna have to move it. Move that guy in. I think we'll go from this. Oh no, we'll go from this side because I'll knuckle. Line this guy up. There we go. So we got those two links in. All right, so we got the two upper links, or not upper, but we got this first upper link on, this lower link. So you're gonna see how that goes. Now you're gonna see why moving the cross member is crucial, because now we have room. Same thing with the upper link. I can't see up there, but you guys can, so that's how the upper link is gonna get mounted. And let's move on to the other link. Okay. Where'd the bolt go? Yeah. The best part about this is once I'm done with verifying everything, then I get to take it all back apart and weld it fully. So that's great. It's like another few hours of welding at least. All right. Okay, so we got, let me show you guys. So we got this link mounted up here, mounted straight there. You can see the clearance I have now. Same with the other side. So that's the 3-link. Now we're gonna move on to running the Panhard, which looks like it's gonna miss the diff, which is great. And then once we get that, we're gonna, I guess we'll tie up, oh well, the lighting is terrible. So once we're done with doing all of that, we're gonna go ahead and we are gonna put the jack under. We're gonna jack up one side, make sure everything clears good, and then after that we'll start building the knuckles. We're not gonna put the seals in, just build the knuckles just to get the steering linkage on. And once the steering linkage is on, then we can test all of our steering and stuff. So yeah, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go measure out this Panhard bar. Same thing, it's the same way you're gonna do any of these links. You're just measuring, cut it, put the heims in, tack weld them, install it, check for clearance. So I'll be right back. I'll get that Panhard bar in and then we'll check for clearance. All right, so I got the Panhard mounted, and then we do have some contact on the upper link mount. So you can see right here, I did lift it up a little bit off the jack, and we do have contact right there. So I'm probably gonna just cut these tack welds off, move the Panhard out a little bit, and then we'll tack it back into place. So I'm gonna cut this off on both sides, cut the tacks, move the Panhard out, we'll flex it, we'll go into full compression all the way up as high as possible that we can get on this axle, and then I'll look to see where it clears. I'll measure the diff angle, so I'll set it back at 5 degrees, and by setting it you can just turn the links. So you can see that right there, you can actually turn the link in and out. So another thing I probably could do is let me go try, or actually nah, I'm gonna just move this out a little bit and then we'll take a look. So yeah, I'll be right back. We're gonna move this guy out and we're gonna lift this axle all the way up to compression and check for any binding. All right, so I relocated the Panhard mount on this top right here. I moved it over a little bit. Now under full compression, it barely nips here, so I'll probably just grind this down. But under full compression, it misses everything, and then you can see lots of clearance there. I did flex out one side, and that's where we're at. You can kind of see how that axle is. So next up, we're gonna get the we're gonna build the knuckles. Or not really fully build them, just get them mounted on, and then I can put the tie rod links and whatever and get the steering linkage up, and then I can fully flex it out and make sure nothing's hitting. that's pretty much how you're gonna want to set your knuckle up. So I'm gonna just zap these tight. Remember, there are shims that need to go in here, tension on each of the bearings, and then I'm gonna set up the other knuckle. But as of right now, we don't have to put those shims in. We're just checking for clearance in the steering shaft and this Panhard. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead. I'm gonna put the other side in. I'm gonna install the other side. I'll get back to you guys, and we're gonna check for clearance and see if we have to move anything else. All right, so real quick, GoPro's about to die, so I have to change the battery. But I got the steering links on, so you can see this one link goes from this knuckle to the other knuckle, and then from that knuckle it comes up here to the steering box. So this is all just loose, and what I'm gonna do right now is see how nothing's hitting. I'm gonna go full steer one side, and it'll actually be less steering than I give it, because there will be some steering locks on each side, so it physically wouldn't be able to move it. Alright, so sorry, I don't know what the GoPro is acting up again, but cycled the suspension through steering locks. I adjusted this Panhard bar link multiple times now, but there is one issue. I keep running into this upper link. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just do it off camera. I'm gonna cut the tacks off, and I'm gonna move it about ½ an inch forward, and that should give me enough clearance to fully flex it out. But yeah, I'm gonna probably do that off camera. It's same thing. I'm gonna just cut the welds off, move it about ½ an inch to an inch up, put a couple tacks on, and then do the same process, flex it out, and then yeah, I'll show you guys the progress tomorrow, which will be the same video, but it'll be tomorrow. So yeah, so far everything is looking pretty good. That's the only issue I have. I've moved the Panhard bar a few times trying to get it to correct, but I'm gonna run into this steering linkage, can't run into that, so I'm gonna just move this guy a little bit this way, so about a ½ inch, and then I have a lot more I have a whole bunch of movement still in this link, so it won't be an issue. So yeah, I'm gonna move it. I'll see you guys in a little bit. Alright you guys, so it is the next day. I forgot to close out the video for yesterday, but currently we are welding up the axle. So getting some welds in with the old little Lincoln right here. That welder's screaming for life. I've gone through multiple spools of wire. It's hit thermal overload multiple times already. I just got back from Home Depot. I had to go buy like 4 more spools. But yeah, we're almost done. Hopefully by the end of today, I'll be welding into the night probably. The only thing left I have to weld is a couple more things on this axle, just a few more. I have to weld in the gussets, and then once that's done, then I'm gonna go move on to the frame, get all those welded in, and yeah, hopefully tomorrow, I'm hoping it's gonna be the next video. Well, hopefully we can go air up the Oris. So I gotta go pick up a nitrogen tank from Air Gas. That's where they sell like nitrogen and stuff like that. So I gotta go pick up one of those tanks, and I'm praying that I can get everything hooked in and we can air up the truck, put tires on, and see what it looks like. But until next week, I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching.